but he didn't. He was just behind me the whole time, like right behind me. And that's where I started feeling like maybe I'm being followed. Yeah, like this person might be following me and maybe want to hijack me. As much as I'm aware that I'm driving a Polo and it's a car that criminals here in South Africa love so much. It was a shock to me because these are things that I just hear people say, how they had to run away from criminals who wanted to take their cars, how they had to drive so fast, jumping humps and everything. So to me, I just got a little bit scared. What's up, guys? I hope that you guys are doing well. As you can see with the title of this video, uh, yesterday something a bit shocking happened when I was coming from church. Um, so I just wanted to make this video to make people aware and also just remind people of how it is outside here in South Africa, like the criminals and everything. So right now I'm about to drive to the beach, and just wanted to make this video as I'll be driving to the beach for you guys. So what happened yesterday, I went to the conference at World Gospel Impact Church. uh, that's my church that I go to, and I was coming back from church with my brother. We dropped the other people that we travel with, and after that it was just me and my brother, and we were driving back to my place when I think 2 kilometers from my place, I realized that there was a car that was really, really close behind me, and it was a Toyota Hilux, a double cab, and that car was so close behind me, and I got a bit like frustrated. Why is this guy driving so close behind me like this? But then initially I thought that maybe he just wanted me to make way for him so that he can pass, because I was not driving so fast, and it's a one way. But when I got to a roadway, it was 2 lanes. I went to the slow lane to allow him the chance to go on the fast lane so that he can pass. Excuse. But he didn't. He was just behind me the whole time, like right behind me. And that's where I started feeling like maybe I'm being followed. Yeah, like this person might be following me and maybe want to hijack me. And um, I started driving, you know, under like I started driving in defense now, because I was feeling like someone is following me, and I was now scared while I'm driving because I'm driving a Polo. Because as much as I'm aware that I'm driving a Polo and it's a car that criminals here in South Africa love so much, it was a shock to me because these are things that I just hear people say, how they had to run away from criminals who wanted to take their cars, how they had to drive so fast, jumping humps and everything. So to me, I just got a little bit scared. So I realized that this guy is actually following me because he's behind me. I've given him a chance to pass, but he's not passing. So he's following me. And then I got to a place where there was a T junction, and where there was a T junction, I indicated left because I was supposed to turn left. But this guy, when he saw that, oh, whoever was driving, when they saw that I indicated left, they also indicated left. I was like, hi, what's happening here? Then I switched off the indicator. He switched off the indicator as well. And then I indicated right to just confuse him or her. And then when I got to the T junction, When it was time for me to turn, I turned to the left, even though I was indicating to the right. He turned to the left, even though he was not indicating. And that's where it solidified everything that, okay, I'm being followed now. And now I was starting to drive like in defense, running, trying to run away from this person. Then last, I think second last turn before getting to the entrance of my complex, I turned thinking that this guy will go straight and he won't turn. This guy turned and followed me, and I was just like, okay, fine, let's see what happens when I get to the entrance. But when I got to the entrance, he was right behind me, and the speed that I was going, he was just, yeah, he was just following me. That guy. When I slow down, he's slowing down. When I'm speeding up, he's speeding up. He's just right behind me. And then I decided very fast. I decided that I'm not gonna slow down. I'm gonna turn to the entrance, because my gate to the complex, we use a remote, so there's no security. You know what I mean? There's no security that I'll say, okay, I'm gonna turn and then maybe they will intervene if it's someone who want to hijack me. So I saw that that could give him a chance to actually do what they want to do if I slow down and I have to wait for the gate to open. So I decided to pass. I passed, and from there I started to drive really, really fast. Fortunately, it is a street that I know. It is a street around my complex, so I know it very well. I drive there almost every day. And also it was going uphill. So even though I was speeding up and there's so many tight curves in that street, I could be able to take them on. Even though some I felt towards it like the car is like it's losing control when I'm turning, because I was speeding. Uh, Fortunately, I knew that street, so I could be able to take on those curves. And I think that's where I lost him, because even though I was speeding like that, he was speeding as well. But he had to slow down on the curves, maybe because he doesn't know the place. They had to slow down, and I was not slowing down like that. I was just taking on the curves because I was now scared. Would say, yo, this person wants to take my car. What if they kill us and whatever? Because I'm not alone. I'm with my brother. Then I got to another T junction after passing those curves and everything. When I checked the mirror, I couldn't see him, and then there was a car in front of me on the T junction. It was about to turn to the left, and then it's a one way. Before that car even turned to the left, I just overtook it and I turned to the right without even indicating. Like it was like a movie. It felt like a movie. Like when I was driving, it felt like a movie because I was driving so fast and recklessly so, and I had to. Can't just give someone my car for free. No, I can't do that. I worked hard for this car. So I turned, and then I went to another road that I know. On along that road, there is an exit that goes to the street that will lead me back to my complex. It's an alternate route. I know the place. That was the advantage. Then yeah, I took that road. When I checked, I couldn't see him. It's only my brother who saw him when we were about to turn to the street leading to our complex. Because at that time he was now far, and I took on that street and I went back to the complex. And after that, I was in a shock. Like I was in a shock. Uti, what if I crashed my car? What if while I was driving like that, I got involved in an accident and I'm not even alone. I'm with my brother. So what if something bad happened? Also at the same time, I'm asking myself, was that really an attempted hijacking, or is just some fool who was trying to scare me and whatever by doing what they were doing, like following me like that? And so I just had a lot of things in my mind last night, and I couldn't even sleep peacefully. So uh I actually had to go back and just drive a car around the parking a bit, just to try and ease this shock, because I was in a shock. And most of the time, if I got into something, maybe I was driving and something bad almost happened while I'm driving, I want to drive again, and so that I will feel calm and I'll, you know take an exit from that shock. So I went to drive a bit around the parking there, just to calm myself down, and I did calm myself down. So I'm making this video to just alert people that if you're driving at night, and because we are people and we run errands, we do a lot of things, I go to church, you know, if you're driving late at night, be extra careful and be very, very aware of the environment, because there are criminals out there. You never know what the person who is following you is, their intention. Like, you never know, to be honest. Like, if you suspect a car that is following you, take the necessary steps. Don't don't be, like a person who is unaware of the environment is, and you're just doing everything normally. Like, if you feel like someone is following you, pass the exit that you need to take, you know what I mean, as long as you are in a road that you know, pass the exit like how I did. And anything that could give them a chance to attack you, don't give them that, you know what I mean. So just be extra careful when you're driving late at night, especially when you're driving a Polo, because here in South Africa it's a hot car. So criminals love this car. I don't know why, but maybe it's for the same reasons I love it. It's a cute car, and very sleek. Like, it's nice to drive. Everything about it is just nice. So maybe that's the reason why they like it. Um, just wanted to make this video to make you guys aware of what could happen. I don't know what could have happened had I turned to the entrance of my complex. Had I slowed down, I really don't know, to be honest. But I'm grateful that God protected me, even though I had to speed like the way I was speeding, running away from that car. I thank God that He protected me. And even though I almost crashed my car, I know I was not going to crash, because there is no almost with God. With God, you may go through something that you as a person, you feel like, "Ish, that was a close call. That was a near miss." It's actually not a near miss. It was just meant to happen like that. But the bottom line is that God knew it was not going to happen. So even though that happened, I'm grateful that God protected us, and we are safe, and my car is still safe. It doesn't have a scratch, doesn't have a dent. But I was driving like the transporter. So, and one thing, let me say, one thing that I've realized is how uh, developed this kind of driving that, like, I'm aware that I'm driving a Polo. Like, I don't drive recklessly, but when I have to escape, you know, a tragedy, I do what I need to do to escape, because this wasn't the first time. The first time something like this happened was when this other person driving a Mercedes Benz, a white Mercedes, old model. I was on the fast lane on the N2, and it was at night. This person was behind me. Right, he was behind me for some time, and then he switched the lane to the slow lane, and then sped up, then came back to the fast lane. And when he came back to the fast lane, he started braking in front of me, like braking, like not braking, like speed testing or making me to slow down. No, braking like this person want me to come to a complete stop. I'm like, what's happening here? And I don't know, maybe he just got mad because I was not speeding. I think I was going 120, 140 that day. So maybe he got mad, and he was speeding, and he saw that I was going slower and wanted to scare me or do whatever. Or I don't know, but that got me a little bit scared, and I had to react fast. I had to just do something, because when I realized, oh, like, what if this is a hijacking? Like, what if this person want me to come to a complete stop? What if these people takes out the guns and whatever? The moment that popped in my mind, I made a crazy decision. Like, I observed the mirror, but I didn't check my blind spot. I just switched the lanes to the slow lane. And then fortunately and unfortunately, again, because the road was empty, so there was no car on the slow lane when I switched the lane. But the unfortunate part of that is that, what if it was a hijacking? Maybe this person wanted me to come to a complete stop because obviously the road was empty. So it's something that is not really pleasant. So if you drive late at night ever, and maybe you have to, like, you don't have a choice, just be extra careful. Just be aware of the environment and don't just drive blindly like normally, be extra careful. Even when you lock your car at a parking or anything, be aware of the environment. Cars these days, they have keyless entries and everything. The more the technology is becoming advanced, is the more the criminals are becoming smarter, because they have and what do they have what it takes, to accommodate the new technology and everything. Keyless entries, they have got their own gadgets that will unlock your car without you touching the car, without your fingerprints being detected by the car. They have got their own technology. So just be extra careful, take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your safety and also your car, because we work hard for these things. We don't just wake up and then we go into the dealerships and buy a car or buy cars. No, we don't. We work hard. And being an engineer, for me, is not a really easy job, but you know we're working hard for this stuff, for someone to just come and take it. I just wanted to make this video to make you guys aware of what can happen. So I hope this will be helpful to somebody. Right now I need to just go. I don't swim in the sea, but I just want to go catch some fresh air in the beach, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Yeah, peace. What Jana? That